Opening with our packs. I've got some pack openings to do. For my first pack, I got Mario Mandzukic.
Oh shit.
Nah, it's. I mean, I was thinking like, oh, he's gonna sell for loads. He actually just doesn't.
How much?
But he doesn't even go for 700.
Oh.
I know.
Okay.
Yeah, I know. So it's a bit depressing. Okay. Okay. I think. Yep. I think we're all ready to go.
Yep.
Right. Beautiful. Right. Everything's all ready to go. Jay Vice is going to join us in a bit, and oh, it's the start of Quest for Balls, which is probably the most interesting name ever. Let me just see how much Mario Mandzukic actually goes for. Shout out to Ryan Can, yeah. See, on some of bids he's going for like 6,000-7,000, but on some of them he's not even getting like 700. So we'll stick him on the transfer market. We'll start him off at what, like 2 grand? Oh, that's always a fucking good start. Oh yes, I don't care. Beautiful. Oh, yeah, what's happened here? Hey, right, let's get started then. I don't know where Raul's gone. Lacey Lingard sucked my balls. Who the hell is that? Right, let's start off with Arsenal. So, Arsenal have been pretty busy bees over the summer. They've made a couple of interesting signings over there. They've got Nicolas Pepe from Lille, 72 million. Definitely think he's going to make a very, very good signing there. But I think their best signing has definitely been Kieran Tierney. Might be a bit overpriced. Only time will tell if he's actually been priced well. But I'm not too sure about him at this moment, and I don't think he'll make the best signing. Well, we don't know. David Luiz, too inconsistent for me. I'm not sure how well he will do in the Arsenal setup. But actually, I think he'll do really well in the Arsenal setup. Just add a bit more stability to what is the most frail of defences in the Premier League. And Danny Caballero, Real Madrid on loan. He is massively underused under the Zinedine Zidane setup. I think he'll make a very, very good addition. Arsenal, where are they coming in the Premier League? Raul, what do you reckon
Arsenal,
about?
Fuck, I forgot my prediction. I think they'll come 5th. Yeah, 5th. I think they'll come 5th.
5th. Okay. Well, Lauren Koscielny would be a big miss. Aaron Ramsey, also a big miss. But with the quality they've got in, I think they'll finish. I think they'll just clinch top 4. I do think they'll get top 4.
Okay.
I'm not too sure though. Aston Villa. What do you make of Aston Villa and their business?
Aston Villa, bro, they've made some business. They've spent over 100 million, haven't they? It's mad.
No. Oh my fucking god! I just thought I got Hazard, but no, it was Thorpe Hazard. Bastard.
Yeah. So, but yeah, they've done a lot of business. 100 million. So
100 million spent so far. I mean, Aston Villa, I think they was going to go one of two ways. I mean, they've got the leadership in. They've got Tom Heaton, which they signed, which is probably their best bit of business in my opinion. Definitely not an biased Burnley fan, but I do think he's a quality keeper. They'll either finish top 7 or they'll go down and they'll do a Fulham, in my opinion. What do you reckon?
Okay. Bournemouth.
Bournemouth. Oh my days. Kept under the radar. They've made 3 big signings for them: Lloyd Kelly, Philip Billings, and a name I cannot pronounce. But I mean,
I think Bournemouth will do well. I think they'll come mid-table because Bournemouth's just overall good team. So I feel I've got faith in Bournemouth. I'll see them coming probably mid-table. Can't exactly tell you where, but
yeah,
mid-table.
I mean mid-table Warriors again. I mean Tyrone Mings for 20 million to Aston Villa is an absolute stroke of genius. Fucking 20 million for him. Oh my days, he's worth 5 million on a good day. Oh Jesus, that's a pretty good deal they've done. Brighton, I am very, very jealous of. Aaron Moy, I really wanted him to come to Burnley. Not gonna lie, I thought he would do brilliant. Instead, we've got Danny Drinkwater. Yes, we've basically won the Premier League, eh? Now Brighton, I'll be honest, oh my days, who we got with a Russian striker, live. Who the hell is that? Not a clue. One to watch. Oh, okay. I'll be watching out for him in the fucking Russian league. Right, sorry. Continue, Raul.
By the way, David Luiz is signed for Arsenal.
Yes. Very, very good signing for Arsenal.
Yeah.
I looked. I mean,
Right.
I said from the start Brighton were going down, and I said I would eat my pants if Brighton stayed up. But they've done some pretty good business getting Adam Webster and Neil Mumprey. They're basically a B-Tech Burnley getting all the best of the rest from the Championship, but they're actually going to spend some big money on them. How much do you go for? What do you reckon? Brighton stay up, get relegated?
My original 3, I'll tell my original 3 later. My original 3 would go down were Sheffield.
Yeah, you reckon Sheffield United will go down?
Yeah, but I think Brighton will keep in it. I think Brighton will stay up.
Oh,
I've got a feeling they'll stay up.
I mean, judging from the transfers they've made recently, I also think they might just stay up. My problem is Graham Potter, their manager, very inexperienced in the Premier League, hasn't been proven. So I reckon he might go. I reckon he might get sacked, and then he'll be up to, Alan Pardew or Sam Allardyce will come in, and I reckon he'll probably end up saving them. But
okay.
I don't know really. Alright.
Burnley.
Oh, Burnley. Have I got another one to watch?
You're the expert.
Wait, no, centre mid, Man United is Fred. Yeah, it's Fred, 82 rated Fred. I mean, I've been fucked in these packs, not gonna lie. Right, okay, Burnley, I am very disappointed in Burnley's business. Oh my god, wait, I just got Ruben Loftus-Cheek as well. Oh, that's a pretty good pack. Right, okay, very, very disappointed in Burnley's business this transfer window. Their only signing of note is Jay Rodriguez. Now, when you're relying on Jay Rodriguez for 10 million to boost up your attack, that is the sign of a squad with absolutely no ambition whatsoever. We've got Eric Peters from Stoke, good signing, but I mean, when Bailey Peacock Farrell, mate, come on. We've got to be showing more ambition than that, in my opinion.
Who the fuck's that?
Precisely. Who the fuck is that? He is he is the Northern Ireland goalkeeper who signed from Leeds for nobody knows, but I hope it's less than a fucking caramel biscuit. Okay. Oh my days, you're going for nothing. Oh, I might as well just sell you.
Alright,
being quick sold. Right,
Chelsea.
So I reckon Burnley might just scrape getting out of the relegation zone. I'm hoping they'll get to Christmas and they're like in the relegation zone, and the owner finally pulls his fucking finger out of his pocket, gets his wallet out, and he finally spends some fucking money Oh wait, no. I don't want to sell it. Fuck. Okay, right. For some odd reason, I just sold him. Yeah, we're quick selling him. Right. Okay. Chelsea.
Now Chelsea, to
Wow.
be fair, it's not their fault. It's because they had the transfer ban, so so they couldn't bring players in besides Mateo Kovacic, who they bought from loan. So, but out, obviously the noticeable one, Eden Hazard. You know, big
Eden
game
Hazard, David Luiz, Morata. Oh my days! It was like a fucking jumble sale at one point at Chelsea. Oh
They've
my!
absolutely been fisted. Just
Oh
look
my
at
days!
the amount of players that's gone out.
It's a complete and utter joke, in my opinion, that Chelsea have been have been handed this much of a card. To be honest, like transfer ban, unexperienced manager. To be honest, they deserve it. To be honest, for disrespecting their last manager, the way in the way that they did. So, nope.
Oh
For me, if they get top 6, it'll be an absolute miracle. I'm thinking I'm gonna give them 8th. I reckon.
I'm gonna give them 6th.
You're gonna give them 6th. I mean,
they're a top 6 side. I think they're gonna hang on to 6th, but I think it'll be close between 7th place and 8th place.
Are you there?
Maybe Wolves or Everton or Leicester.
Are you on FIFA? Are you?
No, I'm not on FIFA.
Oh, okay, sound. I'm just going to an online game. Never mind. Moving on. Crystal Palace.
Crystal Palace.
This one has relegation all over it.
Yeah,
however, the keeping of Wilfried Zaha is massive to them. However, will he be on the top of his game? Absolutely not. He's got his eyes on another way. The only way I can think this working out is if Roy Hodgson sits down with him and goes, you know what, you play really well and we'll get rid of you at Christmas, you can go off to your big club. That's the only way this is going to work out for Crystal Palace. Otherwise, just nothing. I mean, however, when you got a person like Christian Benteke on your side who can fire in, if he gets on form, he gets on form, but he just hasn't. I'm not sure. What do you think?
Crystal Palace near relegation zone.
Will they get relegated?
I don't think they're gonna get. I think they could get relegated. It depends because you know Zaha could go in the January transfer window, and then it could all go tits up there. So it could all be flat out from there. And obviously they sold Aaron Wan-Bissaka. You know, they're amazing right back to United.
Oh my god! I wish he's gone to United.
Just downward spiral.
Honestly, I didn't give him a cat's and hell's chance of going down. Okay, Everton.
Everton took the biggest W out of all of them. They took the biggest W out of all of them.
What, in the transfer window?
Yeah, because they did mad business. They did some good business. Andre Gomes from Barcelona, 22 million. He's a good player. He was on loan with them yet last season.
And I think probably the best bit of business they've done is Fabian Delph, because I don't think he's been given a chance to prove himself under Pep Guardiola at Man City, and for good reason, because you've got quality in pretty much everywhere in Man City. So I think it'll be good for him, because he might be able to pull the strings a lot more in the Everton side and get a lot more opportunities.
Yeah, and remember they did bid like 70 million from Zaha, and then Crystal
They've
Palace
also, I'm sure they've got Alex Iwobi. I think they got as well, which would be very big for them if they did get him. I think
they've got Moise Kean from Juventus as well.
Could be another big one, but he's
a good player.
They've done very well. They've done very well in the window. Will this be the season they crash into the top 6? With a weakened Chelsea and a Man United with an unproven, unsettled manager, it could be. I'm going to give them 6th.
I'm going to give them 8th.
Oh, can you give them 8th? Okay. Now here's one that will strike different opinions. Leicester City.
Leicester.
Oh, the So obviously Tillemans went. He was at Leicester for the back end of the season, and he was amazing. With the addition of Oriozi Perez,
You know,
I mean-
Leicester. You know, I think they can come 7th this season.
I mean, everybody's been hyping Leicester up. I'm not on the hype, and I'll tell you why. They've got a an aging, oh fuck, what's his name? Wes Morgan. They've got an aging Wes Morgan, and they've got no real other centre back.
That's true, actually. Yeah.
They've sold Harry Maguire. I mean, it was completely the correct decision to get rid of him, because 80 million for him was an absolute stroke of genius. But they've got really nobody else. My problem will be, if Wes Morgan goes, I don't think there's much leadership in the side. You've got the youngster. Oh, he scores the free kicks with his. Look, Jack Grealish wannabe with his hair. What's his face? Ex-Cov lad.
I forgot.
Oh, fuck knows. He's pretty promising. You've got it's basically pace.
James Maddison.
James Maddison, that's the one. Yes, him. You have got quality in that squad, but is it worthy of the top 6? Are you going to break inside the top 6? I don't think you are. They'll finish behind Everton, in my opinion.
I think they'll come 7th. Actually, now that I think about it, their centre backs is pretty much an issue. Aging Wes Morgan, sold Harry Maguire, so I think the defence is a bit of an issue, but I still think they'll come 7th.
7th, here we go. Liverpool. Oh, they spent the least in the transfer window. Their only signing of note has been Sepp van der Berg from Zola for 1.3 million. Don't really know much about him. And the excuse given from Jurgen Klopp is that you've already got signings like Oxlade-Chamberlain, who haven't played last season, and that's I'm not sure.
Alright, so Liverpool, they didn't really need to strengthen their squad.
They didn't really need to strengthen the squad, but to get to Manchester City,
they could have added a bit of depth.
I think they needed. Yeah, I think they need to properly progress is one more centre midfielder, or a really strong centre back to team up with Van Dijk.
No, I actually like Matip. I think Gomez, they're good centre backs.
I mean, I just think you need. I mean, your left back and your right back are absolutely world class in Robertson, and oh Jesus Christ, the other one. I've got him in a dream team.
The whole back line and the goalkeeper, they're set.
He's probably the best in the Premier League.
Yeah, and I think add a bit of depth to the midfield. They could have done this window, but choose not to. And maybe a little bit more depth to the attacking force. I think that
I mean, you've got you've got Shaqiri, and Divock Origi, but other than them two options, which are very, I mean, I know Origi's done absolute ones in the Champions League, but if you got rid of Salah, Mane, and Firmino, you are lacking. They are lacking. Whilst you look at Man City, you've got Sane, Aguero, Jesus, you've got Sterling. You'll always have options in the Man City squad, and that's where Man City will progress. Not because they've got a better squad if they were to go one-on-one, but they've got a squad which is more sustainable over a long period of time than Liverpool. So, I mean, Pep Guardiola can rotate, and it will get the same results, whilst Jurgen Klopp hasn't got that luxury, in my opinion. So that's why they stay second.
Yeah, Liverpool, they could have signed people this transfer window, but obviously they chose not to. But to be honest, I still see him going second. The problem could be that like anyone like Van Dijk, Salah, Mane, Firmino get injured, then that's legit. The whole team goes down in pieces.
Yeah, correct.
But, they could have added a bit of depth. But if this squad stays healthy, I see them getting second.
Yeah, fair. Man City, I mean, we're not going to talk about.
It's first place.
Yeah.
First place.
But
Yeah.
now I've got one concern for Man City. In my
that?
bag, behind the sofa. Right, okay, so I've got one concern for Man City, and that is Vincent Kompany leaving. Now, he's been the captain for as many years as I've been born, pretty much, and I'm joking. But he's been the captain for donkey's years. Who's going to be the leadership side of Manchester City? And I think if they do get into games where they fall 1-0 behind, or where it's a bit shaky, like they're still 0-0, and it's like in the 90th minute, I don't think they're going to have that cool head to calm them down this season. I've got David Silva, who's I think is the captain now, or maybe Kevin De Bruyne. Yeah. I'm not quite sure. It'll be one of the two. You've also got a John Stones who is developing. He's still got a long while to go. But I don't see an immediate captain in that Manchester City squad. That'll be my one concern. But other than that, they're going to win the league.
Yeah. The thing is, Man City, they've got depth at every position. Like, even their goalkeeper, they've got depth. I don't know about left back. Left back's a bit shaky. Right back, they got Raul Kandola.
Goalkeeper, you've got oh Jesus, you've got Edison, you've got
Edison.
Claudio Bravo, who had an absolutely amazing game in the Community Shield, and have just signed Carlson from Derby County, ex-England goalkeeper. So it's been a very, very impressive, very impressive in the goalkeeping department.
And the signing of Rodri, he's a really good player. Showed he was really good in the Community Shield. Cancelo from Juventus, right back. So now they've got Kyle Walker and him as an option. That's pretty mad. Like, that's some good options.
Yeah, they've got some very, very good options at the minute. So that's always a positive for them. So as we go on to Manchester United, I'll let you talk about Man United.
All right. I think as Man United, defense has gotten stronger. Midfield and attack have just gotten weaker. We have honestly, we've just gotten weak. I think we've gotten weaker. I think we should have designed the midfielder, because Aaron Wan-Bissaka and Harry Maguire is perfect. Like, that's our defense done. No more Smalling, no more Jones. But letting Romelu Lukaku go. What other strikers do we have? We only have Marcus Rashford, Martial. We've got nothing else.
You lose a lot.
Mason Greenwood, an academy player.
You've lost a lot of your pheisical prowess by getting rid of Lukaku. You're going to have no dominant figures in the box, except for like corners when Harry Maguire comes up, a slab head. Yeah. But other than that, you've got no physicality up front, and that's where I reckon you guys might fall.
Yeah.
If you guys do fall, but.
The only hope is signing a midfielder like Bruno Fernandes in the January transfer window. Then would be then I think would be good for the rest of the season. But for this first half of the season, it's a bit shaky.
I think Mario Mandzukic, if you would have got him, I think you could have been top 4 potential. However, because you haven't, I think you guys will slip to 5th. Okay. Which isn't. In all fairness, if you're going to give Ole Gunnar Solskjaer a long time at Manchester United to really put his stamp and put his style of football on Man United, I think 5th is not a bad starting point, personally, if this is going to be a side that you're going to develop. You do need a striker, and to be honest, in the next window they probably will have the money to get a striker. It's just going to be, can they get the right man for the right price?
Yeah, true.
Right, next then. No, sure.
Yeah, let's move on.
Oh shit, we're down.
I think they're going to come 4th. I think United.
Yeah, you think you're going to come 4th? Okay. Newcastle United. Newcastle United. Now I had them to be relegated straight away come the start of the season. Not going to lie. I think they didn't have a cut and house chance. However, they have got a shining light. They signed, I don't know how to even pronounce his name, not gonna lie. Jolteon, we'll call him. The
Which one?
The Brazilian for 40 million, which I
Oh,
think
Jollington, yeah.
personally is an interesting signing. It does add flair back to the side, which is always a positive, especially for when you're Newcastle United and have got about the same amount of flair as a teacher walking in on Monday. But with Steve Bruce, I mean, the appointment of Steve Bruce is not a long-term appointment. It is a get us out of jail now.
Okay.
And I do think this season's just going to be a let's see if Steve Bruce can keep us up, and then next season we'll get in a new manager. Nah,
Okay, Newcastle. Where do you think they're going?
I think they might be safe, and I'll tell you why. With the addition of, I reckon if they do get into a spot of trouble, I reckon Big Sam will eventually come there. But actually no, because he did reject the job. Big Sam did reject the Newcastle job. He was offered it. So Steve Bruce was almost like an 18,000 choice. But they will. Do I think they'll stay up? Probably not. I think they'll be relegated. Yeah, I think they'll be going down.
Okay, so Newcastle. Honestly, I think they'll get relegated as well.
Yeah.
Bro, they had such like highs. They were like, new owner, new Arab owner, ready to invest. Rafa Benitez. It seemed like the future was set for them, but it all went crashing down.
Yeah, I mean,
it's
Mike
not
Ashley,
good.
he has given Steve Bruce money, but I think he's given it to the wrong guy. Why give 60 million to Steve Bruce when you could have given it to Rafa Benitez? It's stupid. I mean, they're a mid-table championship side at best, so nah, they're going down for me.
Okay, who's next?
Who is next?
Oh,
I don't really know
Norwich.
about Norwich City.
Norwich.
Not many signings of note.
Nah, I don't think. I think they're going to get relegated. I don't think
You think they're going to get relegated? I completely disagree. I think might even do a Wolves. New style of football. It'll be nice to see David Wagner, David Wagner's tactics, and I hope he doesn't change them. And I do think there'll be a hard team to beat at Carroll Road. They'll make that a fortress, mainly because it's about a 14-hour drive from any team in the Premier League. No, I do think they'll be hard to beat at home. On the road, I reckon they'll park the bus a bit. But I do think they'll stay up. I do think they'll stay up.
Okay. And now who's next? Sheffield United.
This is going to spark some controversy, I can tell.
I don't know enough about Sheffield United. So
Don't know
can't
nothing.
Really
Okay.
say this.
They are the equivalent of Burnley, but they're even more of a boring version of Burnley. Their goal scorer is David McGoldrick. Fuck me. I would rather sit there, picking my eyes out with a fork, than watching David McGoldrick. But I mean, Chris Wilder's style of play, I personally like. It's very aggressive. They'll score loads of headers. Will they stay up? I think due to the weakness of the rest of the Premier League, I reckon they will. I do think they will, because I do think the bottom three will crash and burn, and they'll set on fire, and it will be horrible. Might even be a Derby County contender.
Okay.
But
Who's next?
so they'll literally just stay up on merit.
Alright. Southampton next.
Southampton.
So I don't know.
Yeah, he's unproven manager in I've forgotten his fucking name, but he's an unproven manager. He's had half a season at Southampton, and to be honest, yeah, he's done well there. With the signing of Danny Ings, I do think that was a very good signing for them, because Danny Ings is a good striker when he gets on form, so I do think that'll be a good signing for them. Personally, I don't see him lighting any fireworks, so 15th, I think it's fair.
Southampton, again, don't really know much about them. I think that still see them staying up, probably bottom to middle table, somewhere
Yeah,
along that region.
be somewhere there. I mean, like they're not a quality side, but they've got a couple of good players.
Yeah.
They haven't really done much in the window, but Danny Ings definitely their standout
Okay.
signing.
Who's next? Tottenham. Tottenham. You know what? They did some good business.
Tottenham,
They've done
I
real
think,
good business.
probably have done the best business of all the Premier League sides. Maybe discarding. Probably.
Actually, you know what?
I mean,
Looking
between
at
them
Tottenham
and
signings, I think they've done the best. I ain't gonna lie.
if between them and Arsenal for the best. I mean, when we consider players that they needed, I mean, Ryan Sessegnon, quality player, great replacement for Dele Alli when needed. And Ndombele,
And
yeah,
Ndombele,
quality.
great, good CDM, quality CDM. He's and like imagine in midfield now. It's Eriksen. Eriksen wants to leave, but he's gonna be staying. So Eriksen, Dele Alli, Ndombele.
And
That's
Ryan's
just a good midfield.
and then you got Ryan Sessegnon. He's going to put some pace in. He's going to put some good balls in to header in Maestro Harry Kane. So I reckon they are going to be a force to be reckoned with. Do I think they've made a lot of too many signings? No, I think it's been a quality balance from Mauricio Pochettino. And to be honest, I can see them challenging for the top two. Personally, I do think that I don't know how they got. If you're basing this off last season's performance and then this season's, they should, in theory, win the Champions League if they got second place with a squad like they did last year. They should win it this year, but they're not going to, obviously, because last season was a complete fluke. But I do think they'll finish third, and I do think it'll be very tight between Liverpool and Tottenham for third.
I think Man City and Liverpool are just going to be fighting for first place. I feel like it's just between third place, fourth place, fifth place, and sixth. Third, fourth, and fifth. That's just going to be them. So Tottenham I see coming third, and I think it's just going to be a battle between Manchester United. Actually, no, I think Tottenham will comfortably get third. That's what I think.
Okay.
I think they'll comfortably get third.
I think it's going to be a bit more of a competition than many people suspected between Liverpool, Tottenham and Arsenal. I think Arsenal will definitely play a completely different style of football than to the other two. They're more focused on attack than they are defence. So I do think it'll be a nice contrast when anybody plays Arsenal. I do think Arsenal will definitely be the best team to watch next season. Yeah. Just be whether their style of football is seen to be is actually works, you know. Be interesting to see.
Watford.
I mean, I can't even be asked to discuss Watford. It's Watford. Danny Welbeck. It's not a bad signing. It's not a bad signing for a side like Watford to get a Danny Welbeck in. I mean, I would have killed for Danny Welbeck. That's what my dad calls him. No, I'm joking. I would have killed for Danny Welbeck at Burnley, but unfortunately, I think Burnley are tighter than Mike Ashley. But he'll get some goals. I mean, they won't be near the relegation. Well, they might be close to the relegation spots, but nah, they'll be fine. They'll end up finishing like mid-table. They'll probably finish 10th on the dot, to be honest.
Okay, now West Ham.
West Ham United, probably the highest hopes of anybody. They've had some decent signings, actually. I would say. Some very decent signings over the window. They've had Sebastian Holter from Eintracht Frankfurt, 45 million. It really has gone under the radar. I don't think anybody's ever heard of this kid, but he's a very, very good player. Add that to a team with Chicharito, and you have got a strike force. My problem is the defence. With an aging Zabaleta. I mean, I think with a good quality manager like them, they'll probably finish 9th.
West Ham, obviously I don't know their signings. I'm just going to base it off who they've lost. They've Marko Arnautovic.
He will be a
gone.
big loss. He will be a massive
That's
loss
a
to them.
big loss. That's big loss. Like, he's the guy that's been, scoring them the important goals. So, obviously, I see West Ham mid-table, somewhere mid-table, probably bottom half of the mid-table.
I do think their biggest loss though has been Andy Carroll. Not gonna.
Did he even score last season?
I don't think he did. I don't think he did. And then finally,
Last but not
Wolverhampton
least,
Wanderers. Well,
Wolverhampton. This is the team that I think will be challenging Leicester and Everton,
okay.
because their team last season surprised a lot of people. Surprised me. I didn't realise they were going to do that well. Raul Jimenez, the boy.
All because his name is Raul. All because his name is Raul.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, pretty much. No, but he's been scoring some important goals for them. Like,
Yeah,
he's
he
that
really
big
has.
game player. Patrick Cutrone, he's from AC Milan, young AC Milan player, so that's a younger striker for the future for Wolverhampton Wanderers. So,
I mean, they are a
don't
team
really
set.
know.
They are a team set up for the future, and that's what I like. I mean, Nuno Espirito Santos has I've been practicing my pronunciation. Has really given the side an identity. It's actually really impressive. Now, I have got one problem with Wolverhampton, and I think it's that they will do a Burnley. Now, what I mean by that is that they got into the Europa League, and they just weren't. They didn't have the depth in their squad to deal with the Europa League, playing every Thursday, and then again they played every Thursday and then every Sunday. I think they'll cope with that well. I'm not gonna lie. I think they will struggle, but I think they'll comfortably finish 11th. But I don't think this is the season where they go and challenge the top 6, personally. But I do think they're a team set up for the future, and they're going to do very well in the future.
Yeah. Okay, so that's all the teams.
That is all the teams. So predictions for Golden Glove?
Golden Glove, I see will be going to. I think he'll go to Alisson if the defence stays healthy.
Yeah.
I feel like Alisson will win it again.
I mean, all it takes is one injury to Van Dijk, and then I think Liverpool's defence goes up in shatters, in my opinion, because I don't think Robertson and Trent Alexander-Arnold are the best out-and-out defenders. They're definitely the best defenders and attackers in their respected roles, but defending isn't their main forte, I don't think. I think you will get better defensive left-backs and right-backs. However, they are the best left-backs and right-backs in their position. But centre-backs is where the most of the defending comes down the channel, and I don't think Matip and who's the other one? They've got Joe Gomez.
Yeah.
I don't think they'll cope without Van Dijk, personally, on their own. So I do think that's one of the frailties. I reckon maybe I don't see Ederson getting it, because I don't think Ederson is the best goalkeeper in the league. I think Alisson's the best goalkeeper in the league, but when you look at defence, I think Manchester United will surprise a lot of people with their defence. I do think they're definitely outside favourites with Wan-Bissaka, who's I think is a quality signing for them. Might have paid a bit too much for him, but I do think is a quality signing nonetheless. You've got Harry Maguire. Look, he's definitely you definitely paid over the odds for him. However, he is still a quality acquisition to get, and he's still got time. He's still got a lot of time. So I do think De Gea might be outside favourites to get it.
Okay. What else? What other awards are there?
There's player of the season. So player of the year last year went to Van Dijk.
This season, I think player of the year will go to Bernardo Silva. Bernardo Silva.
Yeah. Okay.
Baller. He's a baller. He's just a baller. Honestly.
He's a very, very good player.
Quality.
What?
And, it's just like if you see some of the games with Man City, he's honestly like that playmaker. I think he's the best player in my opinion. I think if he continues what he did last season, but at a higher level, he will definitely get player of the season.
Oh my days! Imagine, sorry, like if you're watching this right now, fuck me. Imagine like that much of a clutch. I've just won a game in the 93rd minute. That's outrageous. Sorry.
I'm actually seeing the stream. What the fuck? You got Ronaldo. What the fuck?
Yeah, he's on loan. I literally just shoved him on because I needed the goal last minute. So, player of the year, in my opinion, will go to De Bruyne. Safe bet, really. No real. I think we don't need to debate that. He's a quality player.
Okay.
Golden boots. This one's harder to predict.
Yeah, golden boot.
I've gone for Aubameyang. I think Arsenal will run riot this season against the bottom half teams, and they will score goals for fun. I do think they might even break the record for biggest win. Most goals scored in the game, which I believe is 10-1 Man City Ipswich. Off the top of my head, if that is right, I deserve a Nobel Peace Prize. Wow.
Jack, you know Josh Keto? He asked if you want a game at FIFA.
Yeah, go on. I'll give him a game of FIFA. So we had an interruption on the stream to go and give Josh. Did he message me? Oh, he did. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I'll give him a quick game of FIFA. Golden boot. I went Aubameyang.
But
it is hard.
I feel like it's between Salah and Mane. But if I was to go for one, I think it would be. I think it could be Harry Kane if he's healthy this season. But
Harry Kane, yeah. I mean, the problem with Harry Kane is I think he's definitely a one-trick pony. I think he has got his header in. I don't think his left and right peg are the most reliable things on the planet. So that's where I do think he'll flounder. But when you've got Ryan Sessegnon putting balls in the box, you can't really argue against. Can't really argue against what you just said, pretty much. Now, manager of the season. Now, this is based on a number of factors. However, I think if Chris Wilder keeps Sheffield United up, no, it will be probably the biggest miracle on the planet. But he will also get manager of the season, in my opinion. What do you reckon?
Okay, so I reckon before we talked, I said I think Maurizio Pochettino will be manager of the season.
Yeah.
I've changed my mind.
Go.
I think it'll be Unai Emery. I think he will get manager of the season somehow. I don't know. I just have a feeling he'll get manager of the season because obviously he's a great tactician. You know, he's always on the touchline screaming at his players. He never sits down. So I feel like it'll be Unai Emery.
You feel like it'll be Unai Emery? Okay then. I love that. Josh Keogh's in here. He thinks he can beat my Burnley side with Coventry City. I mean, who even is this kid? Who even is this kid? Right, okay. So, who do you reckon... The big question is, who's going to win this game between Cov City...
I just want to look at Josh's team first. So.
Yeah, you're there.
Oh, it's Coventry.
Yeah, I know.
I think I got a feeling. I think Josh will win.
You reckon Josh will win?
I think Josh will win. I think he's really confident. I think he knows some stuff with Cov City, so probably go with him.
Yeah. You think he knows some stuff with Cov City and I don't know some stuff with Burnley? That's offensive.
You just know how to put your strikers up to 90 rated.
As you can see on the stream, they're 78 rated, so...
Yeah. FIFA 18, for fuck's sake. Alright, is there... Champions League, who do you think's will win Champions League?
Who do I reckon's going to win the Champions League? I'm not... entirely sure. This one's a bit harder to predict. I think Barcelona have definitely got a quality side. According to, did you read that BT Sports script?
No, I didn't really read it,
No,
no.
so BT Sports have teamed up with like loads of sports scientists to try and script the entire season. And
Okay.
they reckon Real Madrid are going to win.
Real Madrid?
Real Madrid.
No, they ain't winning. They ain't winning for shit.
Yeah, I know.
They ain't winning.
The claim they made is that Zinedine Zidane has never lost a Champions League game. I mean, what kind of a claim is that? I mean, that's
Nah, but
like, I've never
if you
lost.
see them
I've
pre-season, they're
never
arse.
lost a Champions League game. I mean, anybody can say that they have never lost a Champions League game.
Oh, John has got it. John has got it as he scored. Oh.
Oh Jesus, you're on the delay.
Yeah, we're on the delay.
Yeah, you guys,
But-
you're on a massive delay, eh?
I pre-season is just, for Real Madrid was just terrible.
I mean, if you're gonna
Terrible.
base stuff off pre-season, you might as well go and hand the blooming Premier League trophy to Manchester United, because they had an amazing pre-season. They didn't lose a single game. They conceded one goal, and they didn't have Maguire, Harry Maguire. So like, what
Here's the
kind?
thing, Man United, they played like not that many great teams. They played Perth Glory, all that. They're
Yeah,
not
you
great
played-
teams, are they?
You played Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's son's team. I mean, come on.
Yeah, exactly. And but Real Madrid, they've been playing like Arsenal. They played like Tottenham. They played other low-tier teams, and they either barely scrape a win together, or they just lose or draw. So it's just like, no, I don't think they'll win it. They're not going to win it. I don't
Nah,
think they'll
Jay.
even win their own league.
No,
So,
I don't think they'll come anywhere near, to be honest. But I mean, God loves a trier, and that's what Man United are doing. You know, they're trying to develop something for the future, and I do like quite like the style that they've gone for, getting players in not for the short term but for the long term.
yeah.
It's like it's a future investment, and to be honest, you can't put a price on how much Harry Maguire is going to be in the years to come and how invaluable he might become for your squad. So that's probably the thought process behind them.
Alright, so for Champions League, I think it's a hard one to predict, but Liverpool could win it again. You never know.
I mean,
but
Liverpool are the kings
yeah.
of two-legged football. They have not lost a two-legged game of football under Jurgen Klopp. I mean,
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
say
But-
what you like about they're not going to win the league because they're too inconsistent. In the Champions League, fucking hell, I think someone's put steroids in their coffee up to play or something.
I feel like Man City can't fuck it up again, can they? So
I mean, keeping Man City out was the blooming VAR, so...
you know what? I think Man City can do it. I think Man City will do it this season.
Do you
I feel
reckon...
like-
Do you think we'll get the same English dominance that we did last year?
Oh, 100%. I think we'll get it. Because now VAR is here, no more, and Spanish teams besides Barcelona have gone significantly weaker. Like Barcelona, they've added Griezmann, added a lot of players. Well, Real Madrid have added players, but I don't think they're. Oh, Josh scored.
Yeah.
I don't think they'll have a good thingies. Fucking don't think they'll have a good Champions League run. Real Madrid, Barcelona, I feel like their style of play is too slow, and Premier League teams are too quick for that. Their style of play. So
I mean, that's always
for
been
me, I
the
think-
that's always been the problem for Italian sides. That
Yeah.
style of English and Spanish play is a bit too fast for the way that most Italian teams work. So that would be my main concern against teams like Juventus.
I think it will be. Yeah.
PSG, I mean, it's just PSG. They've been absolute shambles. They want to get rid of Neymar, but just can't get rid of him. They've got Mbappe, but he hasn't performed on the big stages. So it's been very problematic. I mean, the French league's too easy. I mean, with Lyon getting rid of their two best players, it's probably going to make it a bit easier. But it's hard. It's a hard one to predict, the Champions League. Oh my days, how has he not scored again?
But
I honestly don't know how
I
he
think
scored
it'll be
again.
an English dominance. I think Man United will win the Europa League. Because
Yeah.
I think Man United can just do it. I think they'll do it. But Arsenal in the Europa League, so you never can count Arsenal. I think it'll be a Man United Arsenal final in the Europa League. But I'm excited for Friday. Liverpool versus Norwich.
Yeah,
Yeah.
any
I'm
predictions
just
on that
excited
one?
for football. Liverpool comfortably win.
Yeah, I mean, it'd be interesting to see David Wagner in his first game. You know, will he keep the style that got him promoted, or will he adopt a more counter-attacking style of play, which is what we see in most promoted sides do? You know, like defend for long periods of time against the big clubs, or even like the mid-table clubs like your Leicester and your Bournemouth. It'd be interesting to see. I mean, you've got 3 sides who are coming up. You've Aston Villa. I mean, God knows what they're gonna do. They've got an entire new squad. It's like you know, like when you go to a rugby, like a football festival, and you're in like a tournament when you're a little kid, and you play the first half, and it's like you're like 1-0 down. You go, come on lads, we've got the fitness, we can beat these guys, and they go and put on an entire fucking new squad. Just to go.
I think Liverpool will comfortably win 4-0.
Yeah.
I think that'll happen.
I don't blame you, to be honest. The only thing that could happen is that if Norwich get an early goal, you know, the occasion, like all the fans will get behind them. I mean, the fans will get behind them anyway, but it'll be an interesting one, really. Yoink. Oh, imagine getting outstrengthed. Oh, if that would have gone in, I mean, I would have. It's possession 67%. Yikey pikey. I don't actually care.
Have we got anything else to discuss? Should we just tell them our fantasy team?
Yeah, go on then. Where's your fantasy team at?
Alright. In goal, I went David De Gea. I know Alisson will be. I think Alisson will be the better goalkeeper this season, but I needed De Gea's much more cheaper, so I decided to go De Gea.
Fucking budget FC over here.
Alright, I went Wan-Bissaka because I think Wan-Bissaka will have a breakout season this season. I think arguably he's the second best right back in the league.
I think last season was his breakthrough season, not gonna lie.
Yeah, this season will be his like making a statement season. Like, alright, this is my Wan-Bissaka.
I don't think he'll make a statement in the Premier League, because I already think he has. I think he'll make a statement in Europe, and especially in the Europa League. Like with his he's got a very robust tackling strategy. I think he's got 92% tackle success rate, which is very, very impressive.
The thing is, what I'm scared about him is he could easily get injured with his tackles. Like, if he does a tackle wrong, he could easily injure himself, which is kind of a worry, because then we play fucking Ashley Young, and we don't want that.
Whoa, Ashley Young is quality.
Don't fucking lie to yourself. And next I went Virgil van Dijk at centre back. Oh, it's Virgil van Dijk because, you know, it's Van Dijk. He's gonna get you clean sheets. He's gonna get you the occasional goal. So I went Van Dijk. Then I went Lucas Digne from Everton. He had a good season last year. You know, one of the best left backs in the league. And he got some goals, got some assists, so I decided to go with him. And then I went with Ben Chilwell from Leicester. I like Ben Chilwell. I think he's England's best left back, so I think he will get enough game time to prove himself. Midfield, I went Bernardo Silva because, you know, I rate Bernardo Silva highly. Yeah. And Gylfi Sigurdsson, you know, free kick guy. When you need a free kick, he'll get you it. So I went with Gylfi Sigurdsson. And Raheem Sterling, you know, he's gonna get you at least 20 goals this season because it's Raheem Sterling. You know, Man City's play suits him. And then for the front three, I went Lacazette. I think Lacazette with his new front three, he could get you assists, he'll get you goals. So I think Lacazette for that. Mo Salah, you know, it's just he's gonna score you. He's gonna get you some goals. So I think he'll get you 20 goals as well. Callum Wilson, he'll get you 10 goals, 15 goals
If he stays out of injury. Yeah, I mean,
so
he hasn't really had a season yet where he hasn't been injured.
hopefully this season changes.
I mean, so what's Dream Team? You know, I've heard there's like a little league. Is that right, Raul? Is there a league that the people watching at home can join?
Yes, there is.
Oh, there is.
Johnston's League.
John Johnston's League. I don't think it's called that. I think it might be called a different name. Do you want to say to the viewers what the league is called?
What the fuck is the league? Charlie is a nonce. Is it
Charlie is a nonce. Interesting.
Oh,
yes. Let's see who's in Charlie is a nonce.
Wait, why have you got two people in your?
We've got four. So we've got Jay's squad, very uninspired. Abraham, your mum is snatched. Harry Ward. Your dad's big left toe. Smeghead FC. Bang. Hanging by a thread. My personal favourite from Reece Sharma. I've got Jono's Clarets, which is John Johnston's first team on his one email address. And his other email address, he's got his second team, which is Never a Dry Moment for the signing of Danny Drinkwater. Who else were there? Sorry, we've got India FC, favourites to win the competition, of course.
Yeah. Obviously. Yeah. So, is there anything else?
No, but unfortunately, but we've still got this game going on at the moment. Big game, big cup game. Hey, how's the cricket going?
I fucking know, that's a bit racist, isn't it?
No, I've been watching the Ashes.
I don't fucking watch the Ashes.
Why don't you watch? It's the most British thing to do. Watching the Ashes.
As you can tell, I'm not 100% British, am I?
For Fook's sake, that's another good one. Yeah, so if you want to join Charlie is a nonce,
I've got the league code right here.
Have you got the what is the league code? If you can read it out, Raul.
1 sec. It is.
Yeah.
The league code is S, all capitals by the way. SGAYEJN 9N. That is. So.
Could you just repeat that? You know, for the viewers that were too busy on their phones.
SGAYEJ9N. That is the league code.
You heard it here first, guys.
Okay, I'm gonna put my mic on, chat audio. Well.
Oh my days, Harry! That's just uncalled for. I'm not gonna read that. But that is just uncalled for. Fucking hell! I'll let you go and. Happy Hurricane.
Oh.
Yeah, I know.
My days.
I know. I can't really do anything about it because.
Harry, fuck.
I know, Harry. Like, come on. It's literally right there for everybody to see. Like.
Holy shit.
I know.
Alright, I'm gonna put my voice on. Do not allow.
Can't believe Luis joined Arsenal. I mean, it was a quality signing, to be honest, from Arsenal. I mean, I don't know why Chelsea let him go. I mean, they can't really afford to let anybody else go because they've been run out of players.
Which is Luis and Mustafi at the bar. That's fucked.
No, Mustafi went, didn't he? So it's
no, Mustafi's still here, isn't he?
No, Mustafi went to Bordeaux Begler.
Let me check.
Yeah, Mustafi went to Bordeaux Begler, so it's going to be Socrates and Luis.
Is he?
He's old. Tinny, yeah.
No, Mustafi's still at Arsenal.
Oh no! Oh shit! No, Mustafi. Yes, he's the. I thought you meant Koscielny. No, Koscielny went. Mustafi. Yeah, you still got him, and you still got Hector Bellerin. So you've got pretty good options in defence.
Returning from injury. Yeah.
It's just the consistency that I think they're going to struggle with. By the way, Josh, you're losing again, mate. Come on. Oh.
He's old. Tierney was a good sign. Yeah, Tierney's a good sign.
Yeah,
Don't really
Tierney's.
know much about him.
I mean,
So,
again, another signing for the long term future of Arsenal.
yeah.
It's
22 years
because
old.
20. Yes, very. He's a very young player. I mean, he has been a lifelong Celtic fan, but I do think it was the right time to go to the Premier League for a proper challenge. Because let's be honest, it's the Premiership where there's only two decent teams, Rangers and Celtic.
Yeah. Okay. Well,
So,
this is it for me. I'm gonna.
are you
leave
gonna
my
head
voice.
off?
Yeah, I'm gonna head off.
Yeah, sound right. Thank you very much, Raul Kandola. Big round of applause. Arsenal have done some good business, to be honest. I think they'll win the Europa League. Yeah, I actually agree with you, Harry. I do think Arsenal will win the Europa League. But then again, I can see it being a Man United Arsenal final, to be honest. Like,
Bro, come on, United. Alright, see ya.
both teams are very both teams are very revitalized over the last over the transfer window, you know, with young youth coming in. So I do really think it's been a quality season, signings for both of them. Any other predictions you want to leave in the comment section? I'll numb over them. What that? Even in blooming FIFA, Turf Moor's still empty. I wonder if it's the same for at the Etihad, aka the Empty-ad. 4-3 here. Yeah, to be honest, I've literally just been sat down thinking about football, so concentration levels have not been at his peak for the majority of this game. Oh, Chris Wood. Still don't really rate Arsenal's backline, but their attack looks frightening. Yeah, it actually does. If they would have got Coutinho, I mean, Coutinho would have been it would have just added to their overpoweringness. So it would have been very, very impressive. But they needed defenders, and whilst David Luiz is very inconsistent and Tierney's unproven in the Premier League, I do think they've got some quality in there. Harry, I will read your second comment in a sec. Right there. I think Arsenal are about to have the worst season now. Yeah, but I do think he'll be building blocks, especially for the long term. I do think that it's a case of the owners finally, they've finally decided on a manager after going through David Moyes, Louis van Gaal. They've finally decided on a manager after Fergie, and I think it'll be hard to actually oust him. But I do think Chelsea will be the team that have a poor season, in my opinion. Frank Lampard, he took a side which was finishing 6th, invested, I think he got like 40 million to invest, which is an absolute haven for a championship club, and he took a 6th place club with 40 million pounds worth of investment and took them to 6th. I mean, really, and that's worthy of the Chelsea job. You're about to sack someone. You sacked someone who got you the Europa League. You got someone. You got a manager who won you the Europa League, and now you're gonna finish, and you got rid of him for someone who took a championship side 6th to 6th. I'm not too convinced. Happy Hurricane. We're gonna finish 20th realistically. Which team is that? I'm not quite sure. And I said he was going to go and rebuild the team over the summer, but they've kept players who defo should have been fucked off. But yeah, no, you are correct, Harry. You are correct. They have kept some players which, in my opinion, should have left. However, when we consider it, you know, they did have a good side. You know, they've got quality players. We've got keeping hold of Paul Pogba, I know won't seem like many fans won't enjoy, but I think he's a quality player, and I reckon under Wolves, Everton, Leicester or West Ham go to the top 10 over United or Chelsea. Yeah, no, Yeah, no, I do agree. I think Wolves less likely because of the strains of the Europa League will put on them. Everton, I think, have always been rumoured to do well. So Wolves again, Europa League, I think will cause them an issue for the short term because it's going to be hard for them to manage Gavin playing on a Thursday and playing on a Sunday, the high quality football. Because I do think they'll get into the group stages. And then they've got to play all these teams. They've got to go to the back end of Latvia and Bulgaria. I mean, you're going to be jet lagged. It's not going to be nice. I do think they will end up struggling with their with the player rotation. Leicester with Tielemans, I do question the defence in one aspect with a very aging Wes Morgan and the fact they've got rid of Maguire. So I don't think they will get there. West Ham, again, same problem with the aging defence. Their attack is looking very good. I do really like Leicester, though, with their young prospects. James Maddison, ex-Coventry. You've got Tielemans, who came in the arse end of last season, done very, very well. So I do think they'll do very well. Everton, I think, will be the side which will go. Who are you playing next? I don't know. I don't really mind. I'm probably gonna head off in a sec. Oh Jesus! Man United have got Dybala. They're gonna win the title. Did they? I think. No, the deal didn't go through. No, I didn't think the deal's gonna go through. Sorry, Sahel. I'm gonna head off in a sec. I've got work early in the morning. Yeah, no, I didn't think they did. No, because Tottenham were going to go and get him, but then in a swap deal, damn, I'm just reading junk. No, that deal definitely didn't go through. And the best signing for Man United to get would have been Mandzukic, because you've got Marcus Rashford, who's absolute quality. Don't get me wrong, but you need a bit of strength. Ipswich has signed Messi. I actually heard that Burnley went for Coutinho on loan. It's fine, mate. I'm not on at the moment, just enjoying the stream. Good lad, that's what we like to see. Yeah, good signing for Ipswich. That I mean, I haven't really heard much of this Messi fella, but from what I've heard, apparently he's the next Messi. That's just from what I've heard. Right, that's going to be it. Thank you very much for watching. I'm going to go off and rest my voice because I've got work in the morning. Thank you very much for watching. Next podcast will be after the first round. What happened to Mandzukic? Anyone sign him there? No, nobody signed Mandzukic in the end, which is very disappointing. Yeah, so I'll be seeing you guys after the first round. Make sure you have the bell on and subscribe. Thank you very much, and that will be the end of that.